Good morning dear students, I am back with the new video for chapter number 2 and the name of the chapter is the noun phrases, and we'll be studying about the functions and structures of noun phrases in this. So let us start with the small recap of noun phrase. As we know that what is noun phrase? Noun phrase is a group of words which has a head noun in it and the modifiers which can be placed before the head noun or after the head noun. And we'll be studying about what is that particular modifier called when it is placed before the head noun and what it is called when it is placed after the head noun. So let us see that what is given in your book. A noun phrase may be structured in any of these ways. Like the first one, we have determiner first, then we will be having the pre-modifiers, then there will be a head noun, and after that we will have the post-modifier if it is needed. Some examples are given over here. Those are every Indian child. Now here, child is the head noun, and before that child a word Indian is being used and that is placed before it, so that's why it is called as pre-modifier. And before that Indian an article, or you can say the determiner the is placed. So the is the determiner and pre-modifier is Indian and head noun is child. Let us look at an example of post-modifier. Many people in our colony. So here we have the head noun people, and before that a particular determiner is being mentioned, that is many. Many is the determiner, and after people some group of words are there which are those in our colony. So here in our colony, which people? Those who live in our colony. So that those people are being described that they are living in our colony. So that is just placed after the head noun. So it will be called as post modifier. I hope so that this point is clear, that what is pre-modifier and what is post modifier. Now let us see all this particular thing in a detailed manner. So what is noun phrase, and we'll be studying about that. Pre-modifiers too. Words preceding the head noun in a noun phrase are called pre-modifier. Those who are placed before the head noun, they will be called as pre-modifier. Such words may be determiners, adjectives, adjective phrase, or other nouns that make up the noun phrase together with the head noun. So how it can be, you can say, though that particular word means pre-modifier can be the determiner, it can also be an adjective, it can also be the adjective phrase, or it can also be the noun phrase. Let's see the example. Much money has been spent on his education. So here money is the head noun and much is being the modifier of that, and much is here working as the determiner and it is placed before the head noun, so it will be called as pre-modifier. Then the next example is some rude people show no respect to their elders. Now here we have some rude people. People is the head noun, then rude is the descriptive word, describing words. Here means rude is an adjective working here, and before that a determiner is being used. So these are the examples of pre-modifier words. Now there is an exercise given in your book, that is exercise number A. Add a suitable pre-modifier to expand each noun phrase. Here first one, I'll just help you with the first one. First example is given. My brother studied in a dash school. So here you have to add some pre-modifier to that. So how you will be adding? If I wanted to say, if I wanted to complete these blanks with pre-modifier, so I'll be writing my brother studies in a small primary school. So here small primary school, so school will be the head noun and primary is the particular word which is being describing, and we have small again the describing word. So here a small primary is adjective phrase in this particular blank which we have written the answer. Now let us move on to the post modifiers. What is post modifier? The post modifier in a noun phrase is usually an adjective phrase, a prepositional phrase, or a relative clause. Now you are aware about adjective phrase, you are aware about prepositional phrase. Now let me just give a short description about relative clause. Relative clauses are introduced by the relative pronoun, and you all are aware about what are relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are words such as who, whom, whose, and then we have which and that. These are the relative pronouns, and they are being introduced with a relative pronoun, and they add more information about a noun mentioned in the part of a sentence. They give more information about that particular noun which is being added in a sentence. Let's see an example. Then how it can be an adjective phrase, how it can be a prepositional phrase, or how this post modifier can be a relative clause. The box full of cookies was emptied by the children. Now here we have head noun, and the head noun, let me tell you that which is the noun phrase first. The noun phrase is the box full of cookies. Now in this we have a head noun. We are talking about the box which is full of cookies. So box is the head noun, and before that box a determiner is there, that is the, and after that we have full of cookies. Full of cookies is an adjective phrase. So here that post modifier is working as an adjective phrase in this sentence. Then the next one. The animals in the zoo are regularly examined by a vet. Here once again we have a head noun, animals. Before that we have article, or you can say determiner, the, and then afterwards we have a prepositional phrase. Those animals which are kept where? They are kept in the zoo. So in the zoo is prepositional phrase which is the post modifier for the head noun. Then the next one is the boy who climbs tree very quickly studies in my class. Which boy? That boy who climbs tree very quickly. Now here some more information is being given about the noun, that is the head noun in this particular noun phrase, boy, and before that boy determiner is being placed, and who climbs trees very quickly. Till here it is the relative clause of the noun phrase. So this is what there about post modifiers. One more thing I just wanted to tell you about the post modifier. Other post modifiers in a noun phrase may be the present participle. I hope that you all are aware about what are participles. Participles are those words in which we with verb we add ing, or we just add en to make its past participle, or ed to make its past participle, and ing form will be called as present participle, and that will work as an adjective for describing word for any of the noun. So these kinds of words can also be used as post modifiers in the noun phrase. Then we have these may precede the prepositional phrase modifying the noun phrase. May be possible that it can be precede means it can be placed before the prepositional phrase. So for example, that bird singing on the tree is a cuckoo. So here that bird, then bird is the head noun in this, and singing is the present participle, and on the tree is prepositional phrase. Hope you have understood till here. Then we have an exercise in this, that is underline the post modifiers in a sentence. So there are total 10 questions given. Please do solve all these questions in your book itself, and here you have to underline the post modifiers. So first example is given, boy studying in that corner help me fill the form. That here boys sitting, boys sitting in that corner. So here we have boys is the head noun. Then sitting, we have sit plus ing, means it is the present participle. In that corner, so in that corner is the prepositional phrase, and that is the post modifier. There are some more examples, some more questions are given in the exercise. Please do solve them in book itself. Then the next exercise we have, rewrite the sentences changing the highlighted pre-modifiers into post-modifiers. Pre-modifiers are given. Pre-modifiers means those words which are placed before the head noun are given, and you have to change them into the post-modifiers. A particular example is already solved in the book. This is an interesting topic for me. So this is an interesting topic for me. Topic is the head noun, and interesting is again adjective, and is the determiner. So we have understood that this is the pre-modifier, and we have to change it into post-modifier. How will you change? This is a topic of interest for me. So now here, this is a topic. Topic again a head noun, and before that a determiner is placed, a topic, and then after that we have a prepositional phrase of interest. That is prepositional phrase in that, and that will work as a post modifier in the noun phrase. Here in this exercise number C, we too have 10 questions. Then let's move on to the other part, that is noun phrases and complements. Now you have to keep in mind that complements are such kind of post modifiers. You can say they will be just placed after the head noun, and you cannot omit those complements. If you omit, then it will not make the complete sense for that particular sentence. Let's see how. Now let's see an example with the complements. Your love for the country is exemplary. Now here we have the prepositional phrase for the country as the complement for the noun, head noun, you can say love. That cannot be omitted from the sentence. Now if I omit, then let's see, your love is exemplary. So here it's not making that much sense. It is a sensible sentence, but not that much. So this prepositional phrase cannot be omitted from the noun phrase. That will be called as complement of the noun phrases. And one more thing, these complements are usually they are being used with the abstract nouns. Abstract nouns, you are all aware about the abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are those nouns which are which cannot be, we cannot touch those particular thing. We simply feel all those things, like anger. We can say anger, love. All these things are being felt. No, they cannot be touched. Example, we have Delhi is worried about the rise in temperature during summer. The prepositional phrase in temperature during summer is the complement necessary for the head noun for completing the meaning of that head noun, that is rise. Rise is the head noun in this sentence. We have exercise related to the explanation. Underline the noun complements and cross out the post modifiers in the sentences. Means you have to underline the noun complements, you have to underline in that which are those noun complements, and you have to strike cross out, means you have to just cross them or strike off the post modifiers. Then one more thing is given in book, that is a modifier that can be replaced with a relative clause without changing the meaning is a complement. If a modifier which is being replaced with a relative clause, if we will replace that modifier with relative clause, then it can and it will not change the meaning, then it can also be called as the complement. Then another exercise we have, underline the noun phrase complements. In these noun phrase complements you have to underline in the next one. Then F exercise is complete the noun phrases in these sentences by adding noun complements. Blank is given and you have to add some noun complements to that head noun and complete the sentence. This is what it was in the chapter. We have studied in this chapter about the pre-modifiers, post-modifiers and complements. Hope you might have understood whatever the explanation was given. Thank you very much, and I'll be back with the next chapter, that is chapter number 3, and the name of the chapter is articles. Articles you have studied before, but we will be once again, I'll be telling you about articles in a detailed manner. Thank you very much. Goodbye.